Well, hello. Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Akasha through Yoga. Thank you for stumbling upon this video. For those of you who've come to this moment, I guess. I hope everyone's doing well. I myself have had a very productive day out with friends and just enjoying going out on the long weekend. I wanted to share to you about being confused during the journey. And I'm talking about confused as in you're not too sure about your current life trajectory or even your past life trajectories, and wondering if all of them have some sort of converging point in the future, or the lack of it, even. And I think for me, I was I was always doubting every time I happen to find myself in a new life trajectory, whether it be overseas or right at home, or maybe even a trajectory of a lifestyle within myself. I always doubted what purpose it's meant to serve in my life. And it's not I guess it's not a small trifling problem for me to try to figure things out, especially on the in those beginnings of those new life trajectories. I, for one, have had this habit of overthinking these kinds of life problems, or like life reflections, for as long as I can remember. However, I think recently I've learned to surrender myself to I've surrendered myself to the events that lead to the new life trajectory, and not, as in, I'm not forcing myself to second guess or try to make sense of what was actually happening in those little events leading to that new life trajectory. Even if, even as I'm going to new places or meeting new friends along the way in those new life trajectories, sometimes it doesn't really sit well with me viscerally, somehow I can feel a part of my body resisting and try to make some logical sense of whether this path is really for me to figure out and make the best out of, or should I have just backtracked and continue on the previous trajectory that I have been following for quite some time. It's the usual, the familiar versus the unknown kind of introspection, I guess. But I think ultimately the real moment of surrendering to whatever happens to the new life trajectory is right now, at this current life trajectory that I'm currently starting out, making these videos and trying even more new things that then I wouldn't have even conceived of just 3 years ago, even. So, surrendering or giving, I wouldn't really necessarily say surrendering all the time. I would rather say just embracing what lies ahead on those new horizons is, I believe now more than ever, will be worth its weight in value, in the value of life that I will potentially receive if I embrace it earnestly. What with all the discomforts and possibly all the new unknowns that I have to experience along the way, but that's the price or the requirements. That is what is required of me to undertake and react to accordingly. And my fellow audience, I think, no, not I think, I believe that we all have those moments, those milestones at some point in our lives. Maybe at least 3. Well, the Akashic information says at least 5 per person, but then it varies in scale and magnitude for each person according to their karma and their branches of possibility of existence. But aside from that, what I'm trying to say is, starting a new branch of life feels discomforting, and rightly so. Even me myself, starting videos like these, it's a hassle. It's more things to think about. It's more things to evaluate. But the more I live in this world, the more I've developed the courage to dash in first and adjust later. So doing it now, like I said in my previous video, and adjusting it later. But these discomforts, this feeling of discomfort, whether from your heart or from your head, I believe that is the true sign of whether your life trajectory or life branch is worth giving it your all to live in or not. In a way, this sort of compounds to the pretty common saying of never settle for less. And I guess this especially applies to the life branch that we're about to take. As for me, I'm not sure if you noticed this, but I'm recording with a new action camera that just came in just delivered to my doorstep tonight. Since the first video I recorded using my Android phone, but setting it up, as I was setting this camera up and trying to think about, trying to receive information of what I'm trying to, what I should say, what I should talk about in this video. The discomfort quietly melted away in my body, and it somehow assimilated to some sort of a spring of action that just flowed naturally as I am making this video. I suppose that is the sort of energy that that was a bit chaotic and unorganized before, and through the volition of us making a decision, transformed internally into waves of more synchronized and more direct forms of energy to perform whatever it is that we're supposed to do. In my case, making this video. So I think it's within ourselves to really take a look at yourself, focus on that inner space within us, and come to a conclusion or the decision to embrace this life trajectory and do our utmost to live and see it through, wherever it may take. I keep in conversations about this with my close friends, I keep referring it as the North Star. The North Star that reminds us about what the goal is, or the image of a goal, the concept of a goal, or the objective in life that we want to pursue, and the rest is just like fog that we have to traverse through, using the tools that we currently have to light our way and navigate through life and life's murky, unknown but exciting waters. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good analogy to in this case. And I'm living it right now, and I hope you, the audience, whichever life trajectory you're in right now, or whichever crossroads or branches that you're considering to decide upon to embark, I hope you have chosen not only with your heart, with your mind, but with your soul as well. And I'm wishing everyone not only just the best of luck, but I'm wishing that these energies that are within you and are surrounding you be the driving force to live out your life to the fullest. Have a great night, everybody. Cheers.